Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and I saw Chibi review sharing this one. The most deranged people will use this as a gotcha to advocate for censorship of fictional content instead of focusing on the real reason this happened. Absolutely disgusting. Well, a tragedy happened in a Turkey school, as Justice stated in by this account and ETV official, but no, I will go way far and beyond with this statement, man, and I will tell you that this will serve as excuse for the government. But I'm going to get that later. So let's read what happened here. So Turkish school shooter left terrible manifesto that mentions Suki Subaru from ReZero. So yeah, a lot of students dead, but I heard loneliness is not a reason. It's pretty dumb. Like Subaru Naxige was very lonely, but the rest of the sex is not shown. So let's see. Translated or apparently Manifesto, Sushi, Konbawa, Konata, Konata Smith. Yeah, I remember seeing esquissos like this even through college, but they were fucking ignored. They were weak, and there's no easy way to have access to guns when most of the guns are owned by the cartels. But anyway, as for me, writing is April 11, 2026, blah blah blah, but the Tanya, blah blah blah. I mean, the planning to do something big, yeah, this fucking manifesto. But probably, look, you have Mexican cartels that were the biggest fans of Dragon Ball Z. Are you gonna blame Dragon Ball Z is the reason why those cartels exist? Of course fucking not, but yeah, Chibi Reviews points out that there's going to be a lot of drooling readers pushing this nonsense, but again, I will put another reason behind all of this. So I will continue. This happened days ago, and Turkish journalists are blaming ReZero. It's not surprising the Urinalist. I already stated, doesn't matter the fucking country at this point. All these fucking Urinalists are paid propaganda, depending on where they are. And even like just like what we covered from Argentina recently, that Argentina urinalism is not serious, especially when they are financed by some of the most retarded politicians in ever existence to blame video games for massacres, even the tragedy of teenagers taking their own lives. Yeah, we went through that. Those urinalism, like in the past, used to have some sort of credibility, but now in reality, you want to search for something that actually is consistent, you have to search for guys on social media before even taking all the opinions of what is happening in television, because the difference between one and the other on social media, at least you can leave comments, and with paid media like TV, nah, they are not going to never listen. It's just one direction, not two. And yeah, I want to save that for the end because that's going to be relevant. Look at this. Journalists are blaming ReZero, even though this psychopath started his note by saying he is Konata. Yes, analyzing a note in this concept starts off with that is ridiculous. Clear insanity is what it is, and I agree. So this one translated from Turkish, Fatih Teskan. Initial analysis of the note left by IIM, example given Subaru Natsuki, Konata. Fuck you. The protagonist of ReZero's special power returned by death, meaning rewinding time when he dies. Author Tape Nagotsuki. What a fucking piece of shit you are, Fatih. Yeah, I hope you get a brutal and slowly painful karma. Honestly. So, what the heck is wrong with all of these morons? Yes, it is all and has trans tendencies. international meetings in a miniskirt. Okay, so you are going to have like one portion of what people's agreeing on with the truth is, but you're putting a target on this guy, on the author of ReZero. Go fuck yourself. Look at this. This author has already faced criticism for hopelessness propaganda, manipulation, and normalizing trauma. Oh man, you don't hate Urinalist enough. You think you do, but nah, you don't hate them enough, man. Look at this. Someone commenting the analysis you made of a character who is the very embodiment on hope and instills in the reader of a love for themselves truly saddening. Yeah, a Turkish account dunking on this moron, man. Look at the ratio. So you have 200 likes, and then you have 800 likes here. Let's LARP. About giving a character who has lost all hope in life a second chance, about overcoming extreme difficulties, at times by giving up but managing to pull through and continue with the help of friends. In the story, it is usually emphasized that no one should not abandon hope, quite the opposite of despair. Ratioing. Everyone can easily ratio this fucker. It are accounts of from Turkey, man. Turkish people that watch anime say, nah, fuck you. We are not going to tolerate your bullshit. The analysis you did of the character who stayed the most hopeful despite all the dire situation, lol. Though I wasn't surprised by this either, since you already blame everything and everyone except the kid's family for it. Thank you. Absolutely thank you. It's always parents' fault. I have to say it like this, these cases, this tragedy, just like also with the US, is because lack of proper parenting and care for their kids. It has been proven that that's the case, but they want to blame it. They blame it before with video games, then they blame it when guns, and then but oh, when you remove guns, you also have the stories of school tragedies involving knives. So that argument is just dog shit, and then anime, and they keep moving the goalpost over and over again, and never put the blame on the parents. Oh, but also when you hear that, most of the cases are because it was not a father in that household in the first place. And yes, this shit it is the consequence of parents either not caring or being drooling retards or pieces of shit. And this one just the only thing that had in his life was anime, but even he broke himself because even when you try to cope with some entertainment, still the reality is out there crushing you. And then at that point, all sympathy is lost with that person when he commits an atrocity like this. And it's the same fucking repetitive cycle that we have seen many times over the course of history. Hell, man, I was remembering that song. I play it from time to time from Pearl Jam, Jeremy. Like, yeah, that song is still too relevant to me because of shit like this. But I was saying that about the urinalist, not wanting social media because for the most part, yeah, you can see that they people can actually dunk on them and with also the deserve insults that these fuckers deserve, but also adding actual context and being more logical. And yeah, when it comes to other propaganda machine, yeah, it's losing its power. But the governments don't want that, especially Turkey, and they are using this tragedy on anime, and they are going to push something some sinister. Like I was looking at this recently, so every single urinalist that are just doing fucking shit like this, just like Mexican feminists writing articles to attack on Steam, or like in Straya, that was the most famous one, and many other examples, is because they want to crack down on freedoms of people. And even this one goes way worse when they push something like this. And this ID biometric bullshit that we have seen over the course of the years serves its purpose. And Turkey, man. So yeah, Turkey pushing this propaganda that anime is responsible for this tragedy, but while also seeking this Turkey to require national ID for social media accounts. Oh, why would you want something like that? Don't you like it when people can dunk on your ass? Or all your fucking puppets can get dunked on? Okay, okay. So every social media account in Turkey is about to be tied to a government-issued identity number. Justice Minister Akin Gürlak announced on April 3rd that global platforms have agreed to the system and that the 3-month transition begins once legislation passes parliament. Accounts that remain unverified get shut down. So you know what? I know I did a jump one from another. Why are you mentioning this ID biometric? Look, every single urinalist are going to use any sort of tragedy to push ID biometrics at this point. Is what I noticed it or as watching news and people sharing a lot of stuff. And you can search that for yourself, man. You can search at oh yeah, but we need to give parents choice. How is that possible in the US to deliver parents their right to choice by stipulating a law that they must follow suit? It's fucking contradictory, for fuck's sakes. Or oh, there are a lot of grooming in pixels. So you care more about pixels than real life women or children that get harmed every single day by criminals that benefit themselves from the legal system because you want to sympathize with the idea that a criminal is a victim too. It's tiresome. And then all of these tragedies for shitty parenting and shitty parents as a whole, it's anime's fault. And once again, oh, video games fault. Like, we are going back in the 90s, but more retarded and more authoritarian than ever. So yeah, this nonsense, man. Social media will now be accessed with real information and personal identity. We have reached an agreement with social media platforms, Gurlek said. Oh, what platforms? I haven't seen X saying anything. In fact, we are seeing what you're pushing. I read this article from Reclaim the Net. So the plan requires users to submit their TC Klimnik number, the unique 11-digit identifier assigned to every Turkish citizen from birth, linked to government databases containing names, birthdays, family records, and biometric data. So you can bet that it's going to have a free buffet to hackers in Turkey. You're like frame anonymous accounts as engines as disinformation and harassment. The fucking irony in that statement, as we are seeing shit like this. Yeah, and someone gets tired of this, but these fuckers never shut up and never stop moving the goalposts for what they can get away from what's remaining of people's freedom. In someone install authors or carries out smear campaigns online, they must face the consequences. He said, oh, so you fucking urinalists are going to face consequences for pushing this idea? Of course not. I know you are not going to punish them because you pay them for this. Seriously, this already have me rotten from the inside. I don't tolerate any sort of this shit, and this deserves rightfully to be called out. But that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.